guys, welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4 and welcome to new viewers. I am Kukui, and for today's video we are building a family home in Copperdale and we're using for that shell by Danielle builds. So it's not really a shell challenge, it's just that I stumbled upon one of Danielle's builds videos on TikTok where she was talking about this shell and she was very indecisive on what color scheme to use for the shell. She didn't really know what to do with the shell really, and I commented because I found that this shell was absolutely gorgeous and it's a perfect shell for a family home, and I commented that I had to actually use the shell and do something with it, and that it was gorgeous, so that she definitely had to leave the shell, then come back to it a little later and she will find the right color scheme and things like that. Anyway, that's for the little story behind this. It's just that I fell in love with this little shell here and that I decided to build it. It's not really a shell challenge, and she also placed it on the gallery as a shell so we can use it to actually furnish and decorate it. So as you can see, I did everything. I decorated it totally 100% completely with the horse wrench bag. All the walls outside, the wallpaper are from the horse wrench bag, the columns that you can see, the horse wrench bag, the doors, the windows, everything from the horse wrench bag. This is because at the time that I was building this, I really was craving a horse wrench build. I really wanted to build with the horse wrench bag. Also the roof cover is from the horse wrench bag as well. So that's why I decided to do the entirety of the outside of the house with the horse wrench bag. It's like a horse wrench theme house, but it's not a wrench at all, completely a normal house, but I really like the colors and the textures of the walls that come with this expansion pack, so I decided to build this to do this in the theme, I mean the color scheme of a horse wrench pack. The interior is not at all built with the horse wrench pack. It's like a totally normal suburban house for the interior, and for some reason at the time I started building this, I started it, then I left it alone and I went to build an actual wrench with the businesses and hobbies expansion pack. That is the small business in the form of a petting wrench, so I had to sate my craving for a wrench build, and then I came back to it, but for some reason these days the way that it seems that I build my building patterns these days is that I start to build something, I start to furnish or decorate. I don't know, I build something to a certain point and then I have other ideas of build that come into my mind, then I have to start another build, and then I have many builds at the moment that have started and that I come back to, then I start other builds in the meantime, and then I come back. So I have many builds at different stages of completion, and I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this at the moment. I really enjoying this because it means that I've got a very, very creative bout at the moment. It's been kind of a month or two like that, and I really, really like that because sometimes you don't have inspiration to build anything, and I have many ideas of builds and I start many builds at the same time, or maybe I'm starting working on one build and then I start another one, and then I come back to the first one, then I start the second one, I come back to the second, so yeah, I like that. Anyway, this build will be available as usual on the gallery under my ID Kikui_build. I will also put the direct link to the tray file in the description box for you to download it directly into your game as usual as well. Also, a big thank you for those of you who have used my creator code at checkout when buying The Sims 4 DLCs, and you can still use my creator code at checkout, which is Kikui Builds, and it goes into helping the channel, and a very, very great thank you to you. It's very much appreciated. So this family home has 4 bedrooms, three upstairs for the kids and one downstairs for the parents with their ensuite bathroom. In the three upstairs, we have one for teenager with their little nook for gaming, one for two kids, in my mind is for tween boys, and we also have a nursery with a bassinet and a crib, I think, or maybe a bassinet and a toddler's bed that is convertible as well in a crib. So we have everything for every life stages. I mean, baby, infant, toddler, um infant, toddler, newborn. Anyway, I never can distinguish between the baby, I mean the newborn and the infant. Anyway, but now we are outside in the backyard, and I'm placing right now everything for them to enjoy a nice summer day or a nice spring day or a nice autumn day. As you know, my bills, I love a family home and a family backyard with everything for them to enjoy life in the Sims. So we obviously have a swimming pool. That is something that I always have to place on my build whenever I have enough space for that. So we have a swimming pool with three lounge chairs. They are from the Riviera retreat kit. We also have the picnic table, like the outside dinner area, outside lunch area. Anyway, a picnic place where they can actually cook their barbecue and eat outside. As you can see, I also placed the barbecue from the horse ranch back. I'm also placing a small fire pit here. I love the vibes of the fire pits in the Sims 4. Sims can just sit around the fire pit, tell stories, hang out, roast any kind of food like marshmallows and hot dogs, and also, I don't know, maybe fish as well. I think they can also roast around the fire pit. I love a fire pit in the summer nights. Also placed, of course, the swing that you saw, and I also placed this nectar making machine. If you want to actually indulge in this activity with your Sims, so I placed also, of course, I placed the yoga mat and the little meditation stool. We also have the what's the name of that again, the chess table. The chess table. So yeah, basically I place kind of everything they can do outside to enjoy their little backyard here. On the little side, the side of the house on the right hand side that you could see, I placed the nectar making machine there, and I will be placing also some planters for them to be able to plant their fruits that they will be turning into nectar, like the grapes and the apples, and I don't remember what else, pears maybe. But yeah, decorating the sides of the swimming pool here. As you can see, I used also the trim for the swimming pool is from the Riviera retreat. Also the two rocks with the kind of waterfalls, they are also from the Riviera retreat kit. We have some very cute items with the Riviera retreat kit to embellish a swimming pool, poolside. Yeah. Placing the lights now fully outside. I love the lighting in The Sims 4. But to be honest with you, I think they changed the lighting when they released the werewolves pack, and the nights are too bright for me now for my liking. I loved how it was before, because there was a bigger contrast between the house lighting, the artificial lighting, and during the night you had a very big contrast between the lighting when you had some outside lighting for a house and the moonlight. So it was very kind of dark outside, very dark, and you could better see the lighting, I mean, and it was very beautiful. But now I think the moonlight is it's too bright for my liking, so there's not that much of a contrast between the darkness outside and the lighting that you place around your house. I understand that they had to change the lighting for the release of the werewolves pack, because most of the things you do many activities with your werewolves at night, so you need to see, and also because we have different phases of the moon or things like that with the full moon, but it's too bright for my lighting the night. I don't know if anyone anyone else has noticed that, but it kind of bothered me for a long time, still bothering me. Because I'm a girl who loves an ambience, an atmosphere, and yeah, the nighttime doesn't feel the same to me right now. Anyway, but now we are inside of the house. As I told you, the inside I didn't furnish it as I would furnish and decorate a proper ranch, although the outside is really just horse ranch themed, full walls and the doors and the windows. But for the inside, I was trying to find something that looked I don't know what I was looking for, but I had a hard time, very very hard time, finding the right color scheme, the right wallpaper for the inside. As you can see, I'm struggling a lot with what I wanted, and I think I ended up with the white walls and some accent walls that are colored. As you can see here, I'm trying the accent walls from the book nook. Also struggled a lot with the living room. As you can see, I'm starting placing the living room furniture from the refined living room here. I wanted to go with a beige and wood and white color. Orange and white, some call it orange, but I think that is my go-to color for every house that I do, and I'm trying to stray away from it. I really couldn't find and decide on what color scheme I wanted. Look at this, so many color changes, and I ended up changing also the living room furniture. I didn't settle for the refined living room. I think I went in the end with the book nook. Yes, the book nook living room furniture, because they are so cozy. And yeah, I tried the cozy kitchen as well, if I'm not mistaken. Not too sure. As you can see, still trying to find the right color combination for the walls and for the living room as well. That was such a struggle. Still not satisfied with what I ended up with. It's kind of cool, yes, but I don't know. I had a hard time finding the color scheme that I really wanted for the interior, the style and the color scheme. Placing here this very beautiful piano from the Businesses and Hobbies. I really like this piano. It looks slick. It looks, yeah, I really like it. It looks clean, sleek, and kind of modern, even if it's a piano. And yeah, placed also this TV on the wall that displays art, because I still wanted my living room to look a little bit refined, as you can see, because I used to refine living room. So I think at first I wanted an interior that was kind of modern and sleek, but I decided to go with cozy, I think, in the end. So now you are seeing the living room. Of course, I had to make this little nook with the big bay windows here into dining room. The chairs, I really love these chairs. They are from the Dream Home Decorator, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not Dream Home Decorator. It might be Tiny Living. Anyway, I love those chairs. We have many different swatches with them as well. So I decided to stay into the natural colors. Like you can see, we have the wood tones, the pale soft wooden tones, and also the white and beige. Placing a lot of plants as well to make it lived in and a little more lively, a little livelier for the interior. And yeah, also tried to place the divider and many things from the refined living room, but I couldn't find any spot for them. I think I got rid of the divider in the end. Also here, not decided yet with what I wanted to do with the staircase there, and also the fireplace, trying many fireplaces. As you can see, I was so indecisive with the interior of this house. I decided to keep all of the trials and errors, everything that I tried for the interior in this video here. Usually when I tried a lot of things, I just edit them out of the video because I don't want to bore you. I don't want the video to be unnecessarily too long. But in this case, I just decided to keep it because it is part of the process as well. And so you can see how many trials and errors. It's not really errors, but it's more of a preference, I think. How many trials that we do, how many experiments that we do with the color scheme, the placement of the items, and yeah, so you can see the process, the real process. But in this case, this was particularly laborious, and I really wasn't satisfied with anything that I came up with. This is also a reason why I left the build alone and then came back to it a little later on as well. But this spot here that you can see, I finally found what I wanted, what worked best. The stairs, especially the stairs that I placed in the nook there, that was absolutely great. I love this placement. And now you're seeing that I decided to come back and change the living room furniture for the book nook one. As I told you, the book nook ones are cozier, much cozier, and I decided to go with cozy. Also, this is a large space. As you can see, the entire living room entryway, it's a large space, and I really absolutely wanted to keep it large, to try to work a little more. I want to try to work a little more with larger spaces, bigger spaces, because usually when I build, my houses are kind of tiny. We have kind of tiny rooms. They are not tiny, but they're kind of small, and I furnish them and decorate them with a lot of clutter and to make them the most lived in possible. But I really paid attention this time to be able to keep the space a little lighter. I mean, this is not really minimalistic, of course, but I didn't want to clutter up the place too much because I still wanted this interior here to look a little refined. So yeah, and I have trouble working with big spaces like that. This space is big for me, but I really love what I came up with the little nook. I mean, it's kind of a big nook with the fireplace. Around the fireplace, I placed an ottoman because it was too empty. This space, I placed an ottoman in front of the fireplace, and also a little nook here next to the fireplace where I have my little bug nook love seat, and I decorated this little nook here with an accent table, some wall art, and some plants, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I think it looks very cute, this part of the house. I really do love the house. I love, of course, my favorite room is the teenager's room. I love, and it's again, if you know me, you know it's a teenager's bedroom, teen's bedroom. These are my favorite rooms to furnish anyway, but I really love this little nook here, the little fireplace nook as well. My least favorite part of this house is the living room because I'm still not satisfied with the living room, but other than that, I love all the rooms that I came up with, the decorations that I came up with the rest of the house. I love this fireplace as well. I think it comes from Cottage Living. Cottage Living has 2 fireplaces. I think this one's comes from Cottage Living, or maybe from Horse Ranch, not too sure. Anyway, it brings out a little rustic part of this build because, of course, with the Horse Ranch bag, the Horse Ranch bag is kind of a rustic themed or rustic style of the interior decoration also for the exterior. The stone walls, as you can see, I repeated the stone walls that we had on the exterior. I placed them as accent walls in the interior, especially behind the fireplace. Here we have the stone wall, and I think of course, if you want to embellish an interior, you always have to have accent walls. What are accent walls? They are walls that are a different color or a different texture from the rest of the walls. So you have to place some accent walls here and there to enhance, to embellish an interior. And I love to have a textured wall, like the stone walls that I placed there. Now you were seeing the part of the house where you will have the bedroom, the parents' bedroom, the kitchen, also a laundry room and a small office space. So I'm just placing here and there some items just as placeholders, as reminders of what I want to do with those rooms, because of course I'm coming back with it. I came back for this build a little weeks later. Anyways, that's just something that I love to do, to also have an idea of the space that I have for the different items that I want to place in those particular rooms. I place the bed, especially when you have a bedroom, to be able to see if you have enough space around the bed, and the routing spaces for the sims. So now you're seeing the kitchen, and for the kitchen here we have on the floor, the flooring is actually from the base game. This is one of my favorite floorings. Tiles for bathrooms and kitchens, they are from the base game. Also the tiles that I use as backsplashes also came with the base game, that particular base game update. And I decided to go with a kind of gray color scheme, gray and white color scheme, with obviously some accents of pale wood that I really love, to match the windows, to match the window frames. And I really like this little it's not a small kitchen. It's not a large kitchen, but it's a decent sized kitchen. The lights on the ceiling here, I think they came also with that base game update, not too sure. Also the shelves with the backlighting, I think they are from the Home Chef Hustle. I really do love those lightings. And placing some items. At the time that I built this, we hadn't gotten the kitchen clutter kit yet, so I furnished it and decorated it with everything that I had, that we had, and that I like using in my kitchens. A lot of the items that I'm using are from the Home Chef Hustle, especially the small appliances like the waffle maker, the pizza oven, the little recipe book as well. Placing the fridge there on the back wall, next to the back wall, and I decided to scale up the fridge a little bit with the tool mod, because I wanted it to fit in perfectly with the rest of the furniture that we got here. And usually the way that the fridges are in the Sims 4 is that you always have a tiny space between the cabinets and the fridge, so I had to scale it up a little for it to fit in perfectly. And I also had to play test it, so I had my little sim here come and try and use the fridge, and it's completely functional. I like that. So yeah, always have to have, of course, a tea maker in my kitchens. The reason why I use a tea maker in all my kitchens is because I don't like when my sims are sick. I hate having to go maybe on the computer, or maybe we can use the mailbox as well, I'm not sure, but I hate to have to go on the computer and order medicine, and it takes too long. So I always have to make them a cup of tea the healthy green tea, and it works like a charm. So that's why I always have to have my tea maker in this kitchen. It's very rarely I use the a coffee machine. The coffee machine is when usually I have space. But yeah, now we are in the parents' bedroom, and I think this is the second part of the video. In the what I mean by that is when I left the build alone, and then I came back maybe 1 month later, or maybe 3 weeks later, not too sure. So I came back and I restarted this. I resumed furnishing the interior with the parents' bedroom, that we can call the master bedroom. But yeah, it's I decided, yeah, most of the the furniture that I used in this bedroom are from the Modern Lux kit. So the bed is from the Modern Lux kit. The small kind of accent table, it's not an accent table, what is that? I don't know. The small kind of accent table, I don't remember the name of those kind of items really. My gosh. Anyway, it's not coming back to me. I placed the TV on the wall. That is the TV that displays art, the same as the living room, and the little table that is underneath is also from the Modern Lux. The two bedside tables are also from Modern Lux. The small love seat here is actually from the Cozy Kitsch, and I love those furniture from the Cozy Kitsch kit. I end up using them a lot in my builds. I love the swatches that we also get with this kit. So yeah, and now you're seeing the bathroom, the parents' bathroom, and of course I had to use my favorite kit for bathrooms. This is the sleek bathroom kit. So classy, so classy. I love it. So yeah, I love it. I, of course, as you can see, I always use, when I use the sleek bathroom kit, I always have to have 2 colors or 2 wall colors. So we have accent colors. We have the main color that is black with the wall tiles and the floor tiles, and also like a pinkish, beige, pinkish walls are the accent walls, placing a big mirror as well next to the bath. That is yeah, that embellishes also the bathroom. But we are already in the small office space or study area, study space. Yeah. And of course I had to furnish it with a bulk nook kit with all those walls, those bookshelves that are actually, they don't have an imprint on the floor. That's what I mean. They are actually wall decorations. They are I really love using them. That's what I used mainly in my Riddle Creek library build as well. And I love this little office space here with so many books. In my head, one of the parents is maybe a teacher at university or something like that. Just next to the little office space, we have the small bathroom for the guest / laundry room. So of course I love doing that, having a tiny bathroom with for the guest that is also a laundry room, with of course the washer, the dryer, and some wall decorations to make it look lived in, to make it look like a real or realistic room. Of course I had to place the little divider here. That is from the bathroom kit, sleek bathroom kit, that I really love using. Now we are upstairs, and this is the teenage girl's bedroom that I was talking to you about. She has her own little corner that I absolutely love. As you can see, we have a small nook at the back there that will be her tiny bathroom. The bed is on one side of the room. That is the room per se, bedroom per se part of the room. And then where you have the circular carpet, yes, the circular carpet is her little gaming nook where, her computer nook, study nook, because she's not just gaming in this little on this desk there. She also does her homework and works anyway. So yeah, I love I love the items that came with the high school bag. I love all the colors, the textures. I love everything about that. That's why I love a teenager's bedroom with the thanks to the high school bag. Look at the colors that he used. First of all, okay, you guys seeing right now the sleek bathroom that is like just a normal little bathroom, full tiles bathroom with a wall shower. But I was talking about the colors and the texture. As you can see, look at the beautiful colors, like a rainbow color of this round carpet here. Soft as well the colors of her carpet and is it a carpet? Is it a rug? It's a rug. Because in French we have this, it's the same word for carpet and what rug. So I very often I kind of mistake those words for the other, like carpet and rug. So it's a rug, it's not a carpet. Yes, so the rug that is underneath the bed as well. I love the colors, the soft colors. Of course, we had to use the she has a gaming station kind of with the cozy gaming kit. I love this little kit as well. It goes perfectly with the high school years as well. Look at this little love armchair that is my favorite as well. The bed, also the lights on top of the bed, the kind of fairy lights, I don't know, kind of curtains with fairy lights. They are gorgeous. For the accent walls, I decided to use the pink swatch of the walls that I usually use as backsplash for my kitchens. From the base game, it makes for a cute little pink brick wall. Those are her accent walls, and I really love this little bedroom here. I also decided to place her gaming a study space on a little platform, on a small platform, and I also separated it with a wall. I placed an archway and added some curtains, also all from the high school years back as well. Now you were seeing on the other side of the wall of the hallway, the other side of the upstairs, we have the bathroom, and this is the bathroom for the kids because our teenage girl has her own bathroom inside of her bedroom. The parents have their bathroom inside also. That's an ensuite downstairs, but the babies, quotes and quotes, babies have their own bathrooms, or what I'm calling the babies, the two twin boys, and also the babies, whatever stage of baby they are in. The ones that live in the nursery, they use this bathroom. This is why this is the bathroom that I made a little more childish, with a lot of decorations for children. As you can see, the rugs here on the floor are from my first pet stuff, and they make up for very cute children's rugs. What I was saying, yes, even though I tried to place a lot of colors as well in this bathroom, but I didn't want it to be too loud, so I decided to stay in kind of the same color scheme. As you can see, a lot of green and a lot of blue, the same as the walls and the floors. So yeah. Of course, the walls and the floors for the bathroom are from the sleek bathroom kit as well. And now we are already in the kids' bedroom. So the twin boys' bedroom, I also give them a small nook that is on the same style that I made the little gaming nook for their big sister. So this is a small nook here that I raised on a small platform, and I placed an archway, and this is kind of their reading nook. I placed a small bookshelf that also is from my first pet stuff. I think the small armchair that looks like a mouse, I think it's also from my first pet stuff. The beds, loft bed or bunk bed is from actually growing together. And yeah, I tried to furnish this room to stay cohesive as well with the color scheme. So as you can see, a lot of green, a lot of bluish color and green for the desk. That's the first build that I've used so many items from my first bed stuff. So the desks here are from my first bed stuff as well, and the chairs that go with the desks as well from my first bed stuff. I gave them some journals for them to be able to journal as well. I didn't want to give them a computer. I don't know how old they are, but I didn't want to give them computers, so I just give them a little desk and a little journal, and they will be able to do their homework on their respective desks. And yeah, now you're seeing the nursery. So the nursery, I placed a toddler's bed, and also, I said at the beginning that I placed a toddler's bed that is convertible into a crib, but it's not. I thought I used the other one that was convertible, but this one is actually from the deaf pack. I don't remember really the name. Anyway, from the deaf pack. I haven't gotten the nursery pack. But I think I will actually try to buy it at some point, because I really do love a nursery. So yeah, a cute little nursery with soft pastel colors, and tried to decorate it as well as I could. So yeah, we are done with this little build, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and you liked the result. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Hope to see you next time for my next video, guys, and in the meantime, take care.